ASMR Boosters here. I'm not going to show my whole face today. I feel like crap. I was in a car accident 4 days ago and popped out. Like, I hurt a vertebrae in my neck and in my back and stuff, so getting a bunch of chiropractor and massage work done and whatnot, so good times. Today I'm gonna do 3 more packs of Shadows over Innistrad because it's amazing, and I'm hoping to get another Westvale Alley or the Jace. So it sucks because now that I don't have a car, I have to walk everywhere, so. Okay. Cathar's Companion. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gains indestructible until the end of turn. Unwavering and loyal, they represent stability in uncertain times. Lamplighter of Sell-Off. I love the art on this card. It's so creepy. It's a zombie horror. When it enters the battlefield, if you control another zombie, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. For Stitchers and Necro-Alchemists, it's important that work can continue at all hours. Emissary of the Sleepless. It's a 2/4 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, if a creature died this turn, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token of flying onto the battlefield. Warped Landscape. It's a land. Add 1 colorless mana, or pay 2 and tap it to sacrifice it. Search your library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle your library. Each cryptolith twists the plane's mana, bending its flow to a singular purpose. Explosive Apparatus. It's an artifact for 1. If you pay 3 and tap it, you can sacrifice it to deal 2 damage to target creature or player. Souls are volatile things. When compressed and loaded into a handheld device, their destructive potential is quite impressive. Watcher in the Web. It's a spider. It's a 2/5 for 5 with reach. It can block an additional 7 creatures each combat. Wow. Oh, because it's got 8 legs. Each one can block a creature. Lost in the Woods is an optimistic way to describe a villager's disappearance. Found in the woods is frequently more appropriate. Twins of Mara Estate. It's a 3/5 for 5 with Madness for 2 and a black. Children, where are your parents? Insolent Neonate. It's a 1/1 for 1 with Menace. Discard a card and sacrifice this creature to draw a card. Manners are for mortals. First uncommon, Behind the Scenes. characterized art. It's an enchantment for 2 and a black. Creatures you control have Skulk. For 4 and a white, creatures you control get 1/1 for the turn. It does no good to bar the gate when the enemy is already inside. Crawling Sensation. It's an enchantment for 2 and a green. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Whenever 1 or more lands are put into your graveyard from anywhere for the first time each turn, put a 1/1 green insect creature token onto the battlefield. My eye is itchy. We got a land here. Highland Lake. Enters tapped and taps for a blue and a red. With the fate of Innistrad uncertain, some seek solace in remote areas. Are rare. Yes! I've been trying to get this guy open a booster box and never got him. That's awesome. The Gitrog monster. He's a 6/6 for 3, a black and a green, with Death Touch. And he's a frog horror. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this monster unless you sacrifice a land. You may play an additional land each turn. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, draw a card. That's awesome. And we got Lambold, Pacifist. It's a 1 and a green for a 3/3. It can't attack unless you control a creature with power 4 or greater. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform it. And it transforms into Lambold Butcher. It's a werewolf for 4/4 with 4/4. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform it. True peace can't be achieved until everyone else is dead. Oh, we got a foil. Expose Evil. It's a 1 and a white instant. Tap up to 2 target creatures with Investigate. Only the pure stand tall in the light. So we got a foil and a mythic. Then we got our key card here and a clue token. Pay 2 to sacrifice it and draw a card. That is an amazing first pack. I'm so excited about that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we can get next. Inquisitor. It's a 2/3 for 3. It gets 1/0 for each equipment you control. I am an instrument of the church, wielded against Avacyn's enemies. Storm Rider Spirit. It's a 3/3 for 5 with flash flying. Thunder isn't all that follows lightning. Stern Constable is a 1/1 for 1. Discard a card to tap a creature. I'm sure you have a story. Everyone has a story. You can tell it to the bars. Ghoul Caller's Accomplice. It's a 2/2 for 2. You pay 3 and a black to exile it from your graveyard. Put a 2/2 black black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. Activate this ability only when you can cast a sorcery. Once in the box, we're all the same. It's true. Stormkirk Mentor. It's a 4/2 for 4. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target vampire you control. Another target vampire. The lineage of Runo Stormkirk is known for producing some of Nephalia's greatest fencing masters. Tormenting Voice. It's a sorcery for 2. As an additional cost to cast this, discard a card. Draw 2 cards. The voice has grown louder. Its accusations angrier and more insistent. By morning, it will likely drown out all else. I fear what I will do. And it's quoted by letter discovered in an abandoned estate. That's funny. Clip Wings is an instant for 2. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. It's pretty good, actually. It is a grim duty to save the world from those created to protect it. Absent. Rotten Heart Ghoul for 3 and a black. It's a 2/4. When it dies, target player discards a card. To die failing to save a loved one is just so sad, or more to the point, pathetic. Murderous Compulsion. It's a 1 and a black sorcery. Destroy target tapped creature. It has madness for 1 and a black. Thank you. This blade becomes so hot in my hand, but your blood has quenched it. First uncommon. Essence Flux is an instant for 1 blue. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's a spirit, put a 1/1 counter on it. A spirit is both fettered and free, bound in some ways to its previous existence, yet able to transcend much of the corporeal. It's a cool card. Reckless Scholar. It's a 2/1 for 2 and a blue. Tap. Target player draws a card, then discards a card. Progress comes at a price. Gibbering Fiend. It's a 2/1 for 2 devil creature. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And for its delirium, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, it deals 1 damage to each player, or to target player at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. And Deathcap Cultivator. The human druid, 2/1 for 2. Tap to add a green or a black. That's pretty sweet. Delirium. Deathcap Cultivator has Death Touch as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. The old hermit would never say what he fed his mushrooms. People learned not to ask. That's alright, it's not a bad card. And Neglected Heirloom is our flip card. It's an equipment for 1, with an equip cost of 1. Equipped creature gets 1/1, and when it transforms, you can flip this. There is a rich history in a blade like this. And I'll flip it off screen so both of us can't see what's behind it. Ashmouth Blade. Equipped creature gets 3/3 and first strike, and its quick cost is 3. Its previous owners had some stories to share, I'm certain. And we have our key card. Snapper. It's a 6/6 for 6. It can't attack unless you've cast a non-creature spell this turn. Nephalia is home to many hard-shelled creatures of unusual size, the largest of which are either avoided or worshipped. Militant Inquisitor again. Storm Rider Spirit again. Warped Landscape again. Reduce to Ashes. Sorcery for 4 and a red. Deals 5 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Previously, the training center for Cathars, the Elgod grounds, are now used by the Lunarch Inquisition to punish those considered to be heretics. It's holding a key or something. Confront the Unknown is an instant for 1 green. Investigate. Then target creature gets 1/1 until the end of turn for each clue you control. Never flinch from the truth. Dead Weight. It's enchantment for 1 black. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. Dungeons and cages offer far too little sport. Vessel of Volatility. It's an enchantment for 1 and a red, and you can pay 1 and a red to sacrifice it to add 4 red to your mana pool. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. Kessig Dire Swine. It's a 6/6 for 6 with Delirium. It has trample as long as you have 4 or more card types in your graveyard. In the quiet of the somber walled, new horrors stir. Gloom Widow. It's a 3/3 for 3 with a reach, and it can only block creatures with flying. An unexpected ally. What was that? That was uncommon. Broken Concentration is an instant for 3. Counter target spell, and has a madness cost of 4. Some minds bend under pressure, others break. Look at that thing's face. Sinister Concoction is an enchantment for 1 black, and for a black, you can pay 1 life. Put the top card of your library into your graveyard. Discard a card. Sacrifice this card to destroy target creature. An old family recipe for an old family grudge. Oh, so you pay 1 life, put the top card of your library into your graveyard, discard a card, sacrifice this card, and you destroy target creature. That's nuts. And a rare, Traverse the Elven Walled. This is sorcery for 1 green. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. If there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard instead, search your library for a creature or a land card, put it into your hand. And our flip. Kessig Forge Master. It's a 2/1 for 2. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, it deals 1 damage to that creature. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform it. And it becomes Flameheart Werewolf. It's a 3/2. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked, it deals 2 damage to that creature. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform it back. basically the best card we got was Gitrog, and that's awesome. I'm perfectly fine with that. So, I'm going to tinker around with him for a bit now. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you later.